Kelebihan dan kekurangan dalam memenuhi bobot standar dalam setiap kelas atau divisi di UFC adalah halangan terbesar. Hal ini juga sangat menyiksa para petarung dalam prosesnya. Dampak tidak dapat memenuhi standar bobot divisi bisa berakibat fatal. Contohnya, Charles Oliveira yang kehilangan sabuk kelas ringan akibat dari kelebihan bobot di sesi penimbangan saat akan bertarung dengan Justin Gaethje. Begitu juga dengan Khamzat Chimaev yang membuatnya dipaksa naik kelas dari kelas welter ke kelas menengah. Apesnya bagi Khamzat adalah mungkin cukup satu pertarungan lagi dia akan bisa bertarung untuk perebutan gelar kelas welter. Khamzat Chimaev sudah pernah mengatakan bahwa ia akan berusaha menjadi pemegang sabuk di 3 divisi yang dimulai dari kelas welter, kelas menengah, dan kelas berat ringan di UFC.
We'll kill everybody. I'll stay here. It's my home. Allahu Akbar. Woo!
Namun, pemangkasan berat badan Chimaev untuk berduel di kelas welter UFC menjadi halangan terbesarnya. Pada pertarungan terakhirnya, seharusnya akan baku hantam dengan Nate Diaz pada bulan September tahun lalu. Namun, Khamzat Chimaev hadir dengan berat badan yang melebihi batas kelas welter.
178.5, the official weight for Khamzat Chimaev.
Matchmaker UFC yang melihat keadaan ini langsung membuat perubahan pada kartu tersebut. Nate Diaz akhirnya melawan Tony Ferguson dan si Serigala akhirnya dipertemukan dengan si mulut besar Kevin Holland. Tak perlu waktu lama, Khamzat Chimaev berhasil memenangkan laga itu.
Amazing control by Khamzat.
Really wins him now.
He might tap. It looks like his right hand was pressed. Tap.
Mengenang peristiwa Khamzat Chimaev kala itu, Joe Rogan yang merupakan mantan petarung MMA sekaligus pengamat dunia MMA menyebutkan bahwa Khamzat Chimaev bisa mengobrak-abrik kelas welter jika saja ia mampu memenuhi bobot standar.
Khamzat, at 170, he's the motherfucker, right? But it's like, can you be assured that he's going to make 170?
Yeah.
Or here's another possibility. Did the athletic commission him? Did they pull him out when he could have made it because they decided he looked bad? And they have done things in the past that show to me that they're a little more stringent on their enforcing of certain rules, and they'll stop fights when maybe another commission wouldn't. They won't allow fights to happen if other commissions would. Like they're very cautious. So maybe that had something to do with it. That they pulled him because they did make the decision to tell him to stop cutting weight.
Baru-baru ini, jadwal Chimaev sudah diumumkan oleh UFC. Dia akan bertemu dengan Paulo Costa di kelas menengah. Joe Rogan merasa duel ini cukup berbahaya untuk si Serigala.
He's big.
He's fucking huge. When you're talking about Khamzat, if Khamzat and Colby fight, that's a fascinating fight.
Yeah.
But if Khamzat fights someone like Paulo Costa,
Right.
now you're dealing with a totally different size
Right.
human.
Different.
It's a totally different size human. So
Big.
as big as Khamzat is, like
Right.
if he can make that 170, and I don't know that he couldn't have made it. The thing is, like, if they can say you look too sick, you
Yeah.
look like shit, but everybody looks like that if they check in on you. If you're going to cut a big weight cut, but if they know how to do it, they do it. And I don't think he missed weight any other time. I know he fought Gerald Mearshart at 185 pounds, and he knocked him out in one round. He fought Kevin Holland at a catch weight of 180, and the other fights, I believe he made 170. Maybe he had one other fight, 185. I think maybe it was his first fight in the UFC. Might have been 185.
Remember he was talking to Dana?
Yes.
What weight was that?
That was 170.
Okay.
That was the Leech
Right.
Leon. Yeah,
Right.
that was wild.
That
you
was.
want to talk about like levels above when someone can carry you over to the boss
Yeah.
and then fuck you up.
Talking
shit. I kill everyone.
Yeah.
I kill everyone.
That-
But you're not going to do that to Paulo Costa. That's
No.
my point.
Right.
Like you're talking about a totally different size human
Right,
being.
I get it, yeah.
Totally different thing. It's like that gap is too big in my opinion. I think there's 10 pounds. I
Yeah.
think it should be 75, 85, all the way up.
Well,
totally makes sense.
yeah.
And if you did that, I think you'd have like more reasonable choices that guys would make in terms of cutting weight or in terms of, going up. But ultimately, I really strongly believe that for the health of the fighters and just for the just to really solidify what the sport has the potential to be, people should fight at their actual weight.
Yeah.
Bagaimana pendapat kalian mengenai hal ini? Tulis di kolom komentar.
Justin Gaethje's a monster. Justin Gaethje is a monster.
Di sisi lain, petarung kelas ringan UFC Justin Gaethje ingin membuktikan bahwa salah besar jika orang-orang menganggap Islam Makhachev sama dengan Khabib Nurmagomedov. Dengan dominasi selama 7 tahun terakhir, Islam Makhachev memang kerap disebut sebagai penerus Khabib. Ada pula yang menyebutnya sebagai Khabib 2.0. Makhachev berada dalam 12 kemenangan beruntun. Seperti Khabib, dia juga sudah menjadi juara kelas ringan UFC. Anggapan Makhachev adalah Khabib 2.0 semakin sahih, lantaran dua petarung ini memang berasal dari satu perguruan, yaitu sama-sama dilatih oleh ayah Khabib, almarhum Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov. Gaya bertarung Makhachev yang sama-sama mengandalkan gulat dan mendominasi lawan dalam grappling membuat orang seperti melihat Khabib lagi di oktagon. Akan tetapi, Justin Gaethje tidak termasuk golongan orang yang meyakini bahwa Makhachev sama dengan Khabib. Justin Gaethje sendiri adalah lawan terakhir Khabib sebelum legenda UFC asal Dagestan itu pensiun pada tahun 2020. Petarung berusia 34 tahun yang berjuluk The Highlight ini dikenal sebagai salah satu petarung yang paling memikat di UFC. Dia membuktikan keabsahan julukannya itu dengan 11 kali berhasil membawa pulang bonus Fight of the Night dan 4 bonus Performance of the Night. Justin Gaethje menyatakan dia ingin membuktikan kepada dunia bahwa Makhachev hanya Khabib gadungan.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going off of what we know, then it's going to be Volkanovski because he already fought him and it was a really close fight. I've never fought him. Poirier's never fought him. So yeah, I think Volkanovski's the obvious answer for now. But I can't wait to get in there. I think I know for a fact he's not Khabib, and I want to go in there and prove that.
Jalan menuju Islam Makhachev mungkin akan terbuka bagi Justin Gaethje dalam waktu dekat. Dia akan menghadapi Dustin Poirier di UFC 291 pada 29 Juli mendatang untuk merebutkan sabuk BMF. Jikalau menang, bisa saja Justin Gaethje akan maju sebagai penantang juara berikutnya. Sebelum ini, Justin Gaethje sudah pernah 2 kali melakoni laga perebutan sabuk kelas ringan UFC. Akan tetapi, dia selalu mengalami kekalahan. The Highlight julukannya itu takluk lewat kuncian di tangan Khabib dan Charles Oliveira. Setujukah kalian dengan pernyataan Gaethje? Tulis pendapat kalian di kolom komentar dan baku hantam kalian di bawah.